start it. Okay, awesome. All right. Okay, great. So yes, as I was saying, guys, it's a pleasure to be here today. Please use the chat to tell me where you're joining from in the UK and what tech career path you're trying to get a job in, and I would read that out. Let's just see that as a brief introduction into what the where we are joining from and what our tech career goal is. So let's start with that. I still have another question, which is your goal for joining this session today. Okay, I still have one more question, but let's just start with getting to know where we're joining from and also what tech career path we're trying to get a job in. Okay, so please use the chat and type that. I still have my eyes glued to the chat, guys. Emmanuel, Jane, Aksa, Dino, Chanda, Azizat is my colleague. Sumit, Marie, Alina, everybody on the call. Okay, just type where you're joining from and what tech career path you're trying to get a job in. So let me share my screen real quick. Let me share my screen. Okay, my screen is coming up. All right, it's coming up. So I think just give me a minute, guys. My screen is coming up. And once you can see my screen, just give me thumbs up. Can you see my screen, guys? Can anyone see my screen? Can anyone see my screen, guys? Okay, beautiful. Thank you very much. Amazing, amazing. All right, so welcome to the session once again. Like I said earlier, my name is Omomi Victoria Sampson, and I'm going to be facilitating today's conversation, which is centered around the NHS sponsors and or sponsorship rather, which extends beyond just nursing, right? It goes into the tech sector, from data career path to cyber career path to project management career path to business analysis and cybersecurity, just to mention a few, right? So we're going to be taking a look at the opportunities, we're going to be taking a look at the opportunities that we have in this tech career path and how you can exactly position and apply. But guys, I asked one question and I'm not sure I've seen any response. So I need to be sure that we're here and we're excited to be here, right? So that I'm not just speaking and oh my God, Mom is boring them out. I don't want that to be the case. So I want to be sure that we're here and we're excited to be here. So please type in the chat where you're joining from and what tech career path you're trying to get a job in. Okay, so let me see the first person to type that in the chat. And if there is even going to be some form of present, guys, is that how we want to miss it, right? So please just type in the chat where you're joining from while I introduce myself. So my name is Omomi Victoria Sampson. I am one of the co-founders here at Amdari. I'm also the Chief Technology and Business Officer. I have close to 10 years experience working in tech. I've worked as a project manager, I've worked as a software engineer, I've worked as a business analyst. And at every stage and level of transitioning, one thing I notice is quite simple, right? I always needed to build experience. I always needed to, because it's not enough to say, oh, I started out as a developer. It's not enough to say that. And now you're transitioning into project management. You need to build some skills that are unique to thriving as a PM, as a BA, So I needed to always build experience at these different levels of transitioning. And one of the things that I picked from that is the place of work experience. It's not just about transferable skills, it's also ability to deliver in this, job title. So if I'm hiring Yusuf as a project manager, but Yusuf has worked majorly as a software engineer for the past 5 years, it does not translate to Yusuf excelling in the project management field just yet, right? He needs to get very familiar and conversant with the day-to-day of a project manager, even though when he was working as a developer, he was working and interacting cross-functionally with a project manager, but that does not mean he would be able to just transition into being a project management by watching somebody who has done it before or by working with that person, right? You need to also live that reality. That person was living the reality. You were just featuring in that their own reality. Now, your reality as a developer is what you lived. So that other person was featuring in it. So even that person cannot necessarily say, oh, because I worked with a developer and now I'm transitioning into development, I should automatically be able to just get a hang of it. It doesn't work that way. You also like it's like a process that cannot be cheated, right? It's like a process that cannot be cheated. So it's very important for us to always build work experience as we transition. And that's one of the reasons why we started Amdari. So just to quickly introduce Amdari, Amdari is a work experience platform. We help you gain real world experience through internship. You're going to be solving real business problems, and all these problems, all these projects are live projects. They are not, it's not like a case of curriculum where it's already existing, your set comes in and continues working on what others worked on before, like a course. No, that's not the case. In this case, you're working on live projects for actual companies Amdari has partnered with for the purpose of this internship, right? So you can have that feel, that hands-on experience, that exposure that you need. And seeing that most of these companies, initially we were partnering with them, place people with them, but it wasn't a very what's it called now, a very sustainable process, because they'll tell you we'll take 5 interns, come back to you, say we can only take 1 or we can only take 2, or sorry, can we do this some other time, we can't take anyone right now. To them it feels like just numbers. Oh yeah, we said 5 but now we can take 1 person. Oh, we said we could take 3 but we can't take anybody right now. To them it's like numbers, right? But to us, it's us going back to people and telling them, oh, sadly we're about to burst your bubble, they are not going ahead with you. So it wasn't really a cool process. So we decided to build the system within Amdari and continue to partner with these businesses and say, okay, since you guys always say the reason you can't take on interns is no capacity, nobody for them, nobody to manage them or work with them in that, controlled manner that they need, can we get projects from you? And then they do that from within Amdari, which is how we started Amdari, like I mentioned. So we currently focus on career paths in data analytics, data science, business analysis, project management, SOC analysis or threat intelligence, and also GRC. So all the career paths you see on my screen that I just circled, these are the career paths we help you gain experience in right now. So I'm going to ask us to give me thumbs up if we've taken a course in any of this, or thumbs down if we haven't taken a course. So you've taken a course. Thank you, Itayo. You've taken a course in data analytics. Thanks, Fatima, Joshua. You guys give me thumbs up easily. But to type, are we struggling to discover where the chat button is? Maybe that's the case, but it's actually very close and discoverable. But thank you guys. Thank you, Sumit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so if you haven't taken a course and you're on this call, you can show me, or rather you can indicate with thumbs down. But everybody says I've taken the course. Thank you, Gino. Okay, Alina is here to take the course. Alina, I promise you this session is still going to be worth your while. Thank you, Jones. This session is still going to be worth your while because this is a conversation that will come in handy for you. This is a conversation that will be very helpful by the time you take the course and move into the tech field. Okay, so do not worry about that at all. I see Aksa's hand is raised. Aksa, I don't know if it's a question, but I'm still going to take questions towards the end. But let me hear you. Hi, Aksa. Hello. Okay. Okay. All right. That's fine. Um, So yes, so the reason why I asked guys is because Amdari is a work experience program. And by virtue of that, it means for you to go into an apprenticeship, an internship, you need to have taken the first step. And that first step is gaining the skills, gaining the basic knowledge or the foundational knowledge. Now, after gaining the skills, the foundational knowledge, then you can start talking about trying to get a job, right? And in the bid to get a job, you get met with things like you need work experience, you need work experience. Now, the traditional educational system does not immediately tell you this is what you need. They just tell you once you take this course, it's in demand, you're going to get a job. It's not like they lied or that that is not true, right? It's true that maybe the tech career path they are speaking to you about is in demand. I'll speak to the one that I am sure of: the data field, the project management field, the business analysis field, the cybersecurity field, the cloud engineering field, right? This, even the AI and automation field, these are career paths that are in demand. So they tell you recruiters or employers are hiring for these fields. If you take a course, you will get a job. That is not a lie. The job opportunity is endless, right? In the UK alone, I mean, not even in the UK alone. UK alone is the biggest tech ecosystem in Europe, right? So that tells you that UK is largely big on tech career paths, tech fields, and we'll dive more into that as we proceed so that I don't already bore us with the details from now. So this tech field is already a career path that is in demand. So after taking the course, you get into the job market, and then it feels like, okay, did they lie to me? Because they said it's in high demand. They said it's in, recruiters are hiring for it, but I'm here struggling to get a job. Nobody's hiring. Nobody is giving me a chance. Okay, I think they lied. But now, like I said, that's not the case. The reason why we feel that way is because we're applying before we become job ready. You're applying at the time when you have just taken a course. You're not well positioned to solve a problem yet, forgetting that the companies putting out that vacancy are putting it out because there is a problem that is needed to be solved, right? And the person who can solve the problem is most likely the person with your job title. So they put out that vacancy and they say, oh, we need a data analyst, we need a project manager. Now you apply, and they are weighing the CV against the problem internal. They are weighing the way you're responding to questions in interviews, and they are looking at the capacity. Can this person solve the problem? Because they know there is a problem internally. They know where the problem is. So every question they ask you in an interview is to reveal your capacity to be able to solve that problem. So you don't know this, but they know this. But trust me, they've communicated this through the job description that you see. But again, you don't know this because most times we easily assume, and I was guilty of this for the longest time when I was a job seeker. I naturally thought these job descriptions or job postings, they were just generic stuff that these guys just they lump it up and put it on the job board, and I can just, oh, I need a data scientist, somebody that can, okay. Let me just put my CV together and apply, right? So these are things that we assume, but that's not the case. But having a mentor or somebody that has done this before or has worked from the other side of the hiring table, meaning not just a job seeker, but someone who has been recruiting, gives you that opportunity to learn exactly what you're measured against when you apply. And I mentioned earlier that I had worked as a project manager, as a business analyst, and also as a software engineer. And I am telling you all today that I am not just speaking from the perspective of a job seeker, because for me to have lived that life, of course, it meant I also applied to jobs at different stages, right? So, but in the last 4 years, I've been building, and that's simply means I've been hiring, right? So that gives me another perspective, not just the job seeker perspective, but the recruiter perspective. And that's where I'm going to be sharing knowledge from today so that you understand alignment when it comes to job applications and how it can also apply to applying to jobs in the NHS. Now, the beautiful thing about Amdari internship is not just the internship, it's not just the work experience, it's the success during and after the internship. And what kind of success am I talking about? Literally, everybody who says, I want to do an internship is saying it because they need a job. They want to go from being ghosted, being ignored, getting an unfortunate email every now and then, to getting a congratulatory email, to getting a job, right? So the success rate for us at Amdari transcends into our interns landing jobs, getting interviews. Oh, I wasn't getting interviews before. Now they're getting it. Oh, from my first interview, I got the job. Oh, within just 1 month of joining Amdari, I got the job. Within 2 months of joining Amdari, I got the job. This is the typical story of an Amdari intern. Okay. Oh, within 4 months of joining Amdari, I was sponsored. I got a visa sponsorship job. This is the typical story of an Amdari intern. And 85% of our guys secure jobs, or rather interviews, within 6 weeks. Do you know why? This is simply because your CV as an Amdari intern is optimized and revamped by your 5th week. Now, let me say something I forgot to mention. This internship is for 4 months. And in the course of that 4 months internship, you would cover 5 projects to 6 projects. Now, each project takes 2 to 3 weeks for you to complete. Okay, so for these projects to take you about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, simply means you are going to 100% cover 2 projects by your 5th week, because again, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so that's about 2 projects. Okay, now that's enough for your CV to be revamped and optimized. So we revamp your CV with all this information, projects you've worked on, problems you solved, the impact of that project, because for every project you also do presentation to stakeholders, right? So you're not just working on projects, and you do not work alone, you do not work in isolation. You have a team. Now, you don't just have a team, you also have a team lead. That team lead is not an intern, that team lead is a specialist. Now, imagine a hiring manager, or rather, sorry, not hiring manager, a line manager, right, in a company. The person you report to, yes, you have it in Amdari. Now, that person is not just a random generalist. Okay, that person you work with in the course of this internship is a specialist. What do I mean? In the course of this internship, you're going to be working, let's say you join as a data analyst, you'll be working with a data analytics specialist. You join as a SOC analyst, which is under cybersecurity. You're going to be working with a SOC analyst. That's how this works. And like I mentioned, for every successful intern in this internship, they always attribute that success to the project, the interactions, the mentors, the team lead, all of that. And I'd like us to listen to Laura, because she's one of the people who shared this good news. And she was able to get a job within a month, guys, within a month. And I know it sounds like, come on, mommy, within a month. Are you are you for real? Yes, I'm for real. That's because, again, jobs exist. We don't get it because we don't look like what they want. What do I mean? Our skill sets and everything, they're interviewing you, they're trying to measure you against the available vacancy. So when they can tell that, I don't think this person is there yet, they will stay back. They will choose not to work with you. So let's listen to Laura real quick on how this internship helped. Starting, we're diving into the conversation on NHS after the video. Just listen to the video for a minute and then we will be back. Thank you very much.
Awesome. So yeah, I know you mentioned it before, but can you just, just talk in specific terms, the things about Amdari, or the experiences or the Amdari processes that actually contributed, to the success of this, you landing this role?
Okay, so when I joined Amdari, I was told that within 2 months of joining Amdari, you're gonna get a job, because I've been having some menial jobs here, and I was like, okay. I wasn't skeptical because I saw the reviews on Instagram before joining Amdari. I was like, let's see how it goes. I wasn't expecting in my wildest dreams that I'm going to land this role within 1 month. I just joined Amdari last month. So this Amdari internship program really helped me, to be very honest. It helped me, and I became very proud of myself. I was able to get some insights into, here in the UK, they would say, oh, it's very difficult for an immigrant to get very lovely jobs, corporate jobs, and all of that. It was very hard to believe, but Amdari helped me see that this is very possible. You can learn whatever you want to. You can get that job. So Amdari has really.
Okay, so let me stop it right there. Like I said, just a minute for us to listen to Laura. So that's Laura's story. Now, she got the job within a month, and she said something about opportunities that lie out there, which is the fact, honestly. The jobs exist. We just need to position better to be seen as the right candidate and the right fit. And that was what she did. And what made it easy for her was the work experience. So she didn't have to sound like she was trying to figure things out. Now, Samuel is one of the people who interned with us. He interned with us a couple of months ago, and he got a job with a company as a BI engineer. And he shared the good news here, alumni network. What this simply means is Amdari internship works with you during and even after that 4 months. Okay, we work with you until you get the job. That's the guarantee. You're not left to figure things out after the internship. You need help with CV revamp. You need help with prepping for interviews. We continue to help you with that. And you also are even eligible for a reference letter. As long as you pass through the program, If you need reference within a month, you get it. If you need it in 2 months of just joining, it's not, oh, you have to wait until the program is over before you can get a reference. Okay, so that's how this works essentially. Now, he sent us a message in the alumni group and he said, "Hi guys, it's a good news. I landed a business intelligence engineer role this week. Thank you so much, Amdari and Talent Loop. Talent Loop being the offshoot of Amdari." And you can see 82 reactions, right? We have over 500 alumni from different teams, different cohorts right here across different months. So it's not just 1 month. So what am I trying to say? This internship works not because we only focus on projects, but because we focus also on how you can get the job, prepping you for the job, helping you with reference letter, and also ensuring that you understand how to articulate your value in interviews. This is another of our interns who got a job with the civil service, and honestly, the list is endless. We can go on and on. Now, I've introduced myself already, but this is one of the co-founders of Amdari. His name is Efemena Ipro. He has over 10 years experience working in tech. He's helped over 3,000 professionals across the UK, US, and Canada transition and gain experience. He moved to Ireland first after he left Nigeria, did his master's in Ireland. From there, of course, the reality, the struggle, trying to get a job, needing experience, he did that. And eventually, during his PSW days, he was able to secure a role that came with sponsorship, right? So these are the advantages. And seeing this firsthand, he was like, okay, if work experience played out so well for me, but I know how difficult it is to get an internship, to get work experience. What if we build a system that makes it easy for more immigrants, right, to transition into the UK tech space? I was reading something. And oh, by the way, if Mena currently resides in Canada, so he went from Ireland, lived in UK. After the UK, he moved to Canada. So I stumbled on a video today, and this guy was literally saying, "Oh, if you're coming to the UK for a master's, please do not come, blah blah blah," because he moved to the UK 3 years ago, and this is his experience. He struggled to get a job, blah, and all that. So he was pretty much advising people on how to go about it if you've moved to the UK for your master's but you don't have work experience in tech. And this is a conversation that cannot be overflogged, because I know how it sounds many times. We sing the song of how work experience is important, and I sometimes feel like it's so vague when people hear this until you break it down from the perspective of the employer. And that's what I'll be doing today. Now, the third, of course, not the last founder. What am I saying? Well, just 3 co-founders, guys. So the third co-founder of Amdari is Adeza Suleiman. Just like Ifemena, honestly, he also moved to the UK, did his master's, had to gain experience, of course, to get familiar with the UK work culture, the climate and everything, and the reality of you can't get a job except you have experience. Of course, that worked out. He gained experience and was able to also transfer knowledge to fellow immigrants like himself who are just moving to the UK, new to the UK, trying to find their feet and everything in between. And that really, really helped out, right? Which is again why we came together to build Amdari. At every point, we all did an internship. Now, it's not limited to us. That I know every tech colleague, past, present, that I have met, right? Even people that I admire, that I look at like from high up there, they always have that story of how they had to do an apprenticeship or internship. So this keeps showing us how important it is for you to get yourself in a system, see how it's done, learn how it's done, get hands-on, right? Experience it firsthand, because the reality is beyond what you see in your course. Like I said, we're coming back to all this detail. Now, I want you to sit back, guys, and enjoy this session, because it is not going to be a waste of your time. And if you have friends, colleagues, or family members that you know and believe can benefit from a conversation around the NHS, I urge you to share this with them. I always say something. Honestly, winning with your squad is the best way to win. Sharing information with them. You might be the one with the information today, sharing it with them. You don't know how they would use it. And how they use it might be so well that you can also benefit from it eventually. What do I mean? They use it well, they get access to amazing rooms that you didn't get access to because, oh, your journey is different. But now because they have that access, they know you will benefit from it. So they're also saying, you know what, there is this opportunity in my company or somebody that I know from this company. This has played out for me. That's why I'm narrating it this way, guys. Please share information with your friends, your colleagues. So do not hoard it. That's what I'm saying. So if you know anybody that can benefit from this conversation, share with them. Share with them. I've seen people who have access first, invite someone else, that person you invite uses it in a great way and they go faster and they get to also bring you along, right? So please ensure you share this with people you know will be interested in a conversation like this. Now, we're getting straight into the conversation, and this is going to be a 40 minutes conversation. I will take your questions and I am going to, I'm taking questions, but if we can't take everybody's question, there is also an opportunity to book a clarity session, which is a more smaller circle, and I would also attend to questions from there. But guys, I have resources I'll be sharing, and I would like for you to fill the attendance form that my colleague is going to drop in the chat. So she's going to be dropping an attendance form. I have some resources that I would like to share. For example, NHS trust organizations or boards that are currently hiring in the Midlands, in the in London, or different locations. I have these companies, or rather this NHS trust, that I would love to share the resources with you, and as well as job titles that they are hiring for. I have put together these documents and I would love for you to have it. So please fill the attendance form that my colleague is going to drop. She's dropping it in the chat in a few minutes and I would let you know once she drops it. So Azizat, please drop the attendance form. And then I'm also going to be sharing the slides from this session because there are resources that I have linked. This right here is not just an underlined text. It's a link to a website that gives you more details into this data, okay? And it would be very great if you can read and go through it after the session, as well as my slide in general, and also the recording of the session. As you're aware, this session is being recorded. So even if it's not you who wants to rewatch it, you can share with someone you know, might not be able to join us, but would love to actually listen to the session, okay? So, hi Azizat, are you there? Please drop the attendance sheet, okay? So as I was saying, right, the UK tech sector is now worth 890 billion. What this simply means is they are constantly building. They are constantly adding value to the UK tech sector or to the UK economy in general. And it doesn't stop there. It means there are jobs. If there is a sector as big as this, contributing massively like this, right, then it means these sectors are constantly hiring. Now, this UK tech industry is actually the biggest, not just in the UK, but it makes UK the biggest tech ecosystem within Europe. Now, this is as a result of the rapid digital transformation and also revolution. And because of the advancement of AI, this is constantly fueling how the tech sector grows. And as long as we talk about this growth, we're definitely just indirectly hinting at the opportunities that exist in this niche, right? The opportunities that exist in this sector. So I always am shocked when people say they can't get a tech job, because when you now look at it, every year, guys, every year, we have loads and loads of roles on field. On average, for UK, it's about 178,000 roles on field every year. On average, for US, it's 1 million plus, right? 1.4 million from my last research. Then for US, for Canada, it's so much more. I think, I can't remember the figure for Canada. What I'm trying to say is there are on-field roles, not just, oh, the vacancy for the year. No, I'm talking about on-field roles for every year. So this tells us that companies are hiring and yet people can't get a job. And we still keep saying there are on-field roles, there are on-field roles. How are these companies surviving? As somebody who has experienced this firsthand, a company reached out to me on LinkedIn that they wanted to hire a project manager and they don't know if I'm the right fit and all that, right? I'm sorry, not they don't know if I'm the right fit. They want to know if I'm interested. So I, of course, was interested. I searched, I looked them up and everything. After that was done, guys, one thing I discovered was quite simple, right? It was that this company had been looking to fill this role for the past 7 months. So I said to myself, you guys have been trying to fill this role for the past 7 months. That I can see from your website, this is a very important role to your company. It was an agency. So they were so much into building websites, web apps, mobile apps for their clients. So I was applying to the role of a web project manager, right? So that was their major revenue driver, by the way, the whole web projects, blah, blah, blah. Yes. So I was like, okay, is it that you want to add to the team, or because it's not so clear? But I didn't have the answers at that time because I was new to I don't know them. So when I got into the team, because I eventually got the job, I realized that, guys, they had no project manager. So they had truly been trying to fill that role for the past 7 months. Guess how they've been surviving? With a contract project manager. They did not mind until they find the right hand that can help them achieve growth and success, right? Until they find the right candidate that can handle the kind of projects they will be working or dealing with, they will not settle. So this simply says these companies don't settle, not because they enjoy hiring, recruiting every month, but because it costs more when you hire wrong, right? It costs so much more. In fact, going in for interviews every now and then is nothing compared to having a bad hire. And not just on the side of the company, but also on the side of the candidates, right? The feedback you get starts making you feel like, oh, are you not good enough? All those imposter syndromes and everything like that. And you start wondering. But the fact is, you applied before becoming job ready, and that made it difficult for you to thrive on the job, for you to give your best, right? And for the company to even see any value in what you're bringing. So applying when you're ready is going to do everybody a lot of good. So it's not just the company, even you as the job seeker, right? Even you as the candidate or the prospective employee. It does you a lot of good because now you're able to get on the job and deliver without fear of, okay, am I going to fail? Am I going to be seen as a failure and all that? So that's why when we talk about being job ready, it's not just that you're going to be wasting your time when you should be applying to jobs. No, you're actually saving yourself because you could take months applying to the job without getting a call back. But spending 4 months to just do an internship can save you so many years of going up and down trying to figure things out. I did an internship. 4 months into my internship was when I got my first tech job, right? I could have said, oh, okay, who has the time I can use this time for internship to be applying to jobs, and I'll still be there. 6 months later, no job. 10 months later, no job. Because what do I know that I'm going to say? What that internship taught me and gave me and showed me was more than any classroom can teach me. Honestly, like it was more than what any classroom can teach me. So, and as a result of the fact that the UK tech sector is booming, and beyond the fact that it is the third biggest in Europe, this growth also indicates not only tech companies are hiring, right? Other sectors like finance, like retail, like healthcare, they are hiring, which brings us to today's conversation, how you can get a job in the NHS, right? Or even outside of the NHS, other sectors. But this tech growth is not just because we are in the tech sector, every company is a tech company, no, right? I worked in a company that was not a tech company. It was in the film industry. But guess what I worked as, guys? A PM in a film, like a film company. I was a product manager. So you see how different things, right? Different industries rather are adopting and embracing technology, digital transformation, AI and automation. So they need tech professionals. That's why the tech roles keeps growing and keeps booming, because every industry is embracing technology. Supply chain is embracing it. E-commerce is embracing it. Healthcare is embracing it, right? So as long as this embrace is happening, and honestly, today's world, I mean, we're even talking about AI. I don't think AI has even started. Like, we have not even gotten to the actual full potential of what I believe AI would do, right? I don't think we've gotten to that full potential of AI era. So with that in mind, guys, companies are hiring tech professionals. You should not be struggling to get a job in tech. You should not be struggling to get a job. Not only because the vacancies that exist at the end of every year is a lot, but because this even extends across different industries, and because the advancement continues. right? There is always a need. And you've taken a course in data science, data analytics, data engineering, business analysis. You've done all of that. What that simply tells me is you've taken a course in a career path that is in high demand. I asked a question earlier. Only one person said, I haven't taken a course on me. Everyone else that indicated and responded to me gave me a thumbs up, which means I have taken the course. So that tells me you've already taken the first right step. That's studying and gaining a skill in a sector that is in high demand. So why should you still be struggling with getting a job? Okay, so the NHS being one of UK's largest technology employers also signals another thing. You can leverage your applications towards this sector. You can apply here, right? And the opportunities are endless, honestly. But then another thing I want us to understand is now, if you're applying to the NHS, bear in mind that it's also like a business, right? Even if it's publicly funded, right, from taxes and whatnot, it is still a business. That I am government funded, that I am publicly funded, that I'm an NGO does not mean that I want this business, this venture to fail, right? I don't want it to fail. So that would mean hiring the right people that would help me move this company forward, move this organization forward, move this board forward, move this establishment to the next level, right? Even if, like I said, it is government funded, public funded, or whatever the case is, we are still operating as a business and we need it to grow. And as long as that is the goal, there will always be certain things to us for us to consider, and that is there will always be projects, there will always be data. As long as you're dealing with people's information, there will always be data. There will be technology, because is there really anything today that even agriculture has embraced technology, right? An agricultural project, right, would always come with maybe like a website to push the project, say more about the project, for you to download a brochure. They would always say more about it. So someone builds that website for that agricultural company. Someone is going to maintain that website, right? And that already means job for a tech professional. Okay. So as long as every business runs, they will always run on this: projects, data, technology, security, right? Which is where cyber guys come in, digital transformation, which is advancement, trying to adopt this latest technology, that one, this one, governance, that's making sure that you're complying with not just KYC, but everything, or even the laws that your business needs to abide by, as well as analytics. You have data. How are you making sense of it? Right? So as long as you have data, you need to analyze it. You need to make sense of it. This is why for every business, again, it does not matter what sector, who is funding it. It does not matter, right? As long as it's a business, then it means people have to get some work done. And as long as it's in this day and age, it means digital transformation is part of what they do, and tech professionals are needed. So now the NHS being what it is, right, being publicly funded, also means it is not just one employer. It's a body of different organizations, different boards, different trusts. And I want us to take a look at a couple of them, right? There is NHS Trust, there is Foundation Trust, there is Integrated Care Boards, there is Ambulance Trust, there is Mental Health Trust, there is Community Trust, there is Digital Health organizations, right? And each of these, regardless of which one a particular organization falls under, they all own a tech team, right? They all own a tech team. And for them to own a tech team, it means they would hire. Now, this is one of our interns who got a job with the NHS. We have loads of them, but I just want to spotlight one. Okay, so this is Abisoye Oyebode, who interned with us as a SOC analyst. Now, Abisoye was done with his internship March this year. You can look him up on LinkedIn. This is his name. But if you don't want to have divided attention, like, oh, I want to concentrate, I want to listen to what you can do is just do a screenshot. Just watch it. You can go to his website or the end of this. But like I said, if you don't want to have divided attention, just do a screenshot and play. Now, as I was saying, I've been saying, you know, and then got a job with the NHS as a cybersecurity analyst. As you can see here, he got the job with Royal Devon University Healthcare, which is one of NHS Foundation Trust. And again, it's right here on his LinkedIn. So this was when they requested for a reference letter. from us, and it was addressed to Ifemena Ipro. So you can see that's the other co-founder of Amdari, and he says, "Dear Ifemena, Abisoye has applied for the role of a cybersecurity specialist with Royal Devon University Healthcare NHS Foundation Trust and has provided your details, your name as a referee, complete reference request." And that was done. And I mean, as we can see, long story short, Abisoye is working with them today. And this has worked so well for most of our interns who not just get jobs with the civil service, with tech sectors, maybe like SaaS company and the likes, but with the NHS, a lot of them. One of our interns who even got sponsored is Pedro, and I'd like to play his video for just 2 minutes. Pedro interned with us as a SOC analyst, and he was sponsored in his 4th month, right? Full visa sponsorship. So I'd like us to listen to Pedro for just 2 minutes, guys, and then I'll be back. So let's quickly listen to him on how the work experience helped, and what I said earlier about ensuring that these companies see you as a candidate that can add value from today is very important. So he shared that, and I would like us to listen to him to hear from his perspective.
Thanks so much, Pedro, for doing this with us. And congratulations on landing the cybersecurity role. Is it SOC or what's the job title?
It's OT security specialist, but more of OT security. So it's cybersecurity, but in operations technology.
Amazing. And it came with visa sponsorship, correct?
Yes. Role.
Yeah. Let me blow some confetti, imaginary confetti. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank
All right. So I would like to know how your experience, right, the work experience at Amdari helped you go from being a job seeker to becoming job ready, right? From the mentorship to the project. How did the work experience help you go from being a job seeker to being job ready?
Okay, so for starters, in my IT career, I've been more of a lone wolf. I like to study on my own, do my certifications, but moving to the UK, I realized I had to change. I knew I needed some form of mentorship, and that's how I stumbled into Amdari. And yes, the program helped. It provided some guided mentorship that helped me determine the road that was suitable for me and how to navigate to the next chapter. I was already in employment, but I knew I needed to pivot. And yes, the Amdari experience was very important, and it contributed to me landing this new role.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you very much, Pedro. So what specific aspect of this internship would you say helped you ace your interview?
Okay. For starters, Amdari helped. They have several services. I think the very first one I opted for was the CV rebuild. That is very, very important. And after the session, my CV got a lot better. I knew I was getting a lot more interviews, but I was really picky about the companies I wanted to join. So the CV rebuild was very, very good. And when I did get called for this interview, they also helped with interview preparation sessions. That was very good. That's put me in the right place to predict questions that were going to be asked, and that really helped to land the role. Then the experience with Amdari was amazing. I was in the SOC analysts cohort. We dabbled into several projects, ranging from SIM analysis, we're building VMs and doing malware analysis. And yes, I mentioned that during my interview, and yes, it really did help.
Okay. Awesome.
All right, let me stop right there. So that is Pedro's story. Please, can I see your thumbs up if you heard everything that Pedro shared? Can I see your thumbs up? And guys, funny story. Thank you, Joshua. So apparently, people's comments have been dropped since I've been saying, "Oh, guys, introduce yourself. Tell me where you're joining from." But on Google Meet desktop, it doesn't appear, except you now check it on your phone. So I'm now seeing comments that everybody has already dropped, from Victor Adeife to Anwar to Itayo. Like literally, I'm just seeing even Alina, right? So I'm just seeing everybody's comments, even Yusuf, literally everyone. So I think I'll just be viewing it from here, and then, because I don't know why Google Meet, it does that sometimes. So sorry guys, now I see your comments. I have like plan B for that. So now I can see comments. So my colleague is dropping the attendance form in the chat. Like I said earlier, guys, this attendance form is not just you filling it to waste your time. It's because I will send you a list of NHS trust companies that are hiring. I would send you a list of job application, playbook. These are things that has worked for our interns. And honestly, like I said earlier, right? Imagine spending time applying to jobs and getting no results. But you just need to commit few minutes, few hours, few weeks to doing certain things, and you get the desired results faster than saying, more the time I would use in learning or figuring things out or doing this, I would just be applying and I can get the job. Maybe in 2 months I would get the job, but 6 months later it's still the same thing, right? So fill the attendance form because I will be sharing a couple of resources. Yes, so Chris, oh, so Chris can also not see any comment. Chris, I understand if you can't see comments because like I said, I can't see it from my screen also, but I can see it from my phone. So if you can join this session with your phone, in case you joined with your laptop, because I think there is something wrong with Google Meet. There's something wrong with Google Meet on desktop, so it's not displaying comments, but you would see it if you join with your phone. Because I'm here on my screen, but I had to I didn't join this meeting with my phone. I just went to, that your Gmail side. Yes, Felix, I see your message also, even with your phone. Okay, so this is where I'm seeing it, guys. You know your Gmail. So I went to my Gmail on my phone. You know that the Gmail has 3 icons beneath. Okay, the Gmail has 3 icons beneath, one for email, the middle one for like chats, and then one shows like meeting. So click on the middle one, right? Click on the middle one. So guys, I see your comments. Zoe, I see yours. Rutendo, I see yours. Okay, Lawrence, I see yours also. Even Wale. So guys, I know you guys are hearing me clearly, and I'm seeing your comments, like I said, right? So just go on your phone. You can, and Azizat, you can drop the attendance form again. So guys, you can minimize this meeting for those that are joining on their phone. But if you're joining on your desktop, right, you can go to your, what's it called, your chat, and then you would see this right there, like in the middle, your Gmail. So you see the button in the middle. So for anyone that has seen it, you can just drop in the chat that you've seen it. If you've seen it, just type, and yeah. If you've seen it, just type. But my colleague is dropping the link again. Sadly, I don't know why people cannot see it. Okay, so let me just proceed. I would see if we can come up with another alternative for people to be able to fill the attendance form. So why does the NHS hire tech professionals? It's quite simple. Okay, it's quite simple. It's because of a couple of things. They are just like a business also. Like I said earlier, right? Most times we assume that the NHS is just about hospitals, just about treating patients, just about medical related stuff. And of course, the only people that would get an opportunity have to be people in the medical profession, not just them, guys. It's a business. They have problems they are solving also. They want to remain in business. They want their establishment to keep thriving, to keep growing, right? And that is the case. So Wale says he can't see it. John says he can't see it. Guys, did you follow the step I described? Minimize this meeting if you joined on your phone. Go to the bottom part, go to your Gmail. All right, go to your Gmail. When you go to your Gmail, now the bottom part, you see 3 icons. One is an email icon, that's the message envelope icon. The second icon is a chat icon. Click on that second icon, the one in the middle. That's how I am reading your comments, guys. That's how I'm reading your comments right now. Okay, and that's how I would even be able to see your questions when we're done with this session. So I don't know why Google Meet is not making it possible for us to share this. Okay, so but we would, I think, Umi, can you drop the enrollment link, sorry, the form also in their WhatsApp chat so they can fill it. So guys, if you can't see it but you're in any of our WhatsApp communities, please it will be dropped there right now, so you can go to your WhatsApp and just fill it from there so that I can send all this to you guys. So sorry about the inconvenience, so sorry about that. But if you can see it from how I described, please you can also just look it up. Okay, so like I mentioned, why do we have NHS establishments needing tech professionals, it's simple. They have challenges also that need solving. E.g., we have millions of patients records, but nobody can make sense of them. A data analyst can do that. Oh, our cyber attacks are increasing. A cybersecurity specialist can help you with that. That's why someone like Abisoye was able to get a job with the NHS. Oh, our 25 million digital transformation project is failing. That's why you have a project manager. By the way, guys, I just use that digital transformation statement as a bigger umbrella. It's more detailed than that. Something that a project manager would have to do, right? But yeah. So our clinical teams don't understand what the developers are building because, of course, they're not tech savvy, right? They are clinical guys, but then developers are building something. What are you guys doing? How do we even communicate with these guys? That's where a business analyst comes. That's the person, that's the middle person between key stakeholders, right? Business driven people and the actual tech guys. So they make it easy for communication to flow seamlessly. That's why the NHS needs tech professionals, because like every establishment, like every business, they want to keep operating. They want to have things going on also, not just treating patients, managing records, right? Being able to say, okay, records from a few years ago, where is it? History wise, what does it say? Pattern wise, what does it signal? That is why you have a data analyst. That is why you need a data analyst. Okay, so that's oh, okay, Fatima. Okay, maybe I think that's why. Yeah, so this is a premium account. That's why. I don't know what's wrong with Google Meet today, but like I mentioned, my colleagues will drop it in the chat. But gladly, I can see your questions, I can see your messages, so I would be able to read any question that anybody types. But I don't know why Google Meet is not making it easy for us to share this, right? Okay. So Azizat, please just share this with them. Just speak to Umi so we can share this in communities. So guys, it will be shared in the community, so please fill the form from there, right? The WhatsApp group where you got the link to join this session from, please, it will be dropped right now. Ensure you fill it up. Thank you very much. So yes, let's take a look at why the NHS is investing billions into digital transformation. It's because, thank you guys, it's because they are prioritizing things like electronic patient records. Everything is done digitally right now, not just, oh, everything pen and paper, everything on paper. They are prioritizing electronic patient records. They are prioritizing AI automation. Thank you guys. AI, automation, and cybersecurity. They are also prioritizing data platforms and digital transformation. They are embracing the advancement of technology and the ease that comes with using technology, right? The speed that also comes with adopting technology into processes. And we have GRC, Eitayo. We have GRC. Are you sure it's not there? Maybe it's an error or a mistake, but we have GRC. All right. So yeah, but don't worry, you can pick the other career path in cybersecurity. When we call you or when we send you an email, you can definitely correct that. Okay. Thank you very much, Eitayo. So I believe that means everyone is getting the form right now. So guys, please ensure you check your WhatsApp group. That's where you got the link to join this session from, and you would get the attendance form there so that you can get the resources that I want to share. I'll be sharing things that would really be useful, guys. Really useful resources that you can take time to go through, read, digest, and implement. Guys, implement. Okay, so the other thing is they're also prioritizing cloud infrastructure, because nobody wants things that will be lost few years later. There is no trace, there is no record, and you can't even combine anything historically to make it reveal a pattern. All right, so they are embracing cloud infrastructure, and also because of the population of health analytics and business intelligence. As a result of this, they are hiring data professionals. So I said something earlier, the NHS Trust that is hiring tech professionals right now, NHS boards, NHS foundations, all of them, I have a list of these organizations or this trust, and I would like for you to have this 100%. Okay. Oh, London PR Diary says he joined with his email. Okay. Can you type in your email? I'm going to copy it and make sure that I send what you need to you. Okay. I'm going to send this to you via email. Just type in your email. I'll copy it and put it in my chat so I don't lose it. You get it. So please just Just fill it up, okay? Yeah. So for those that don't, maybe you joined from email direct, because I know that I sent out email. So if you join from email direct, what you can do is just give me your email in the chat and you would get this, okay? So Aziza, kindly help me copy the emails and send them to my DM. Thank you guys, I see them. So I will just get it from here, okay? All right. But guys, if it's sent to your community, ensure you fill the attendance form, please. If it's sent to your community, just fill the attendance form. But thank you guys. Okay. So yes, as I was saying, I'm going to send this to everybody's email. Okay. And the main attendance form would also be sent so that you can now fill it from there because it makes it easier. Thank you guys. I see your comments. Okay. Thank you, Precious, Grace, Joshua. Awesome. So yes, I'll be sending this to you. Now, this is just a screenshot, guys. It's a list that not overwhelming. I'm not sending you a list that will overwhelm you and then you cannot work with, okay? I'm not sending you a list that is overwhelming. I'm sending you a list that you can work with, right? Something I know if I send to you, you can implement today as fast as possible. That's what I'm sending. So I have a list of them across from London to Midland, to Northwest, all of that. You'd get it in your email. And then you'll also get the different job titles that you can apply to within the NHS. So what are the 5 signals that gets you hired or sponsored within the NHS? It's simple: immediate job readiness, proof of work, commercial awareness, communication clarity, and measurable impact. What does this mean? Guys, we want to get a job, we want to work somewhere, we want to work anywhere. What this simply means is we want to work anywhere. What this simply means is we're applying. Now you see a vacancy and to you it's an opportunity. Oh my God, let me apply. This is a perfect opportunity. That's what you see. But to the company, they see an opportunity to fix a career gap or a skill gap, to fix a problem, right? That's what they see. And because that's what they see, sorry guys, because that's what they see, it simply means they would be looking out for somebody that can fix that problem. No company wants to hire staff members and pay salary when they can operate lean. Okay. Okay. Umi, please send attendance link. John says he has not seen it. So please share it with the communities, okay? Please share with the communities. Thank you. So as I was saying, right, one of the things that I would like us to clearly also understand is these companies put out these vacancies because they want you to come in and solve a problem, not because they want to add more staff or more headcount, not because they want to pay more salaries. If anything, they want to have more profit and less cost. And more staff members means more cost. And more cost means less profit. So if they can operate lean, I promise you guys, they will operate lean. So if they don't do that, it's simply because they are trying as much as they can to ensure that we solve a problem. So let's go ahead and hire. So when they speak to you in an interview and they can immediately tell that you can't contribute today, you can't add value today, you can't solve the problem today, you can't help them make money, they will see it as an addition to the problem that's existing. Imagine a company that puts out a vacancy for a project manager and it starts like this, right? It doesn't start with, oh, do you know it would be so cool for us to have a project manager? I think it would be nice for us to have a business analyst. It doesn't start like that. It simply starts with, we need a project manager because right now the team is not operating efficiently, right? I don't like the way the team is working. Right now, nobody's taking accountability. Nobody's owning whatever. The product manager said they'll be done doing this in 3 weeks. This is the 5th week, and I've not seen a single update. All right. And I'm asking, and everybody's saying, oh, it's because the review took longer. It's because somebody did not send in their UI on time. And everything is just all over the place. And we can't continue like this. So please, HR, we need to hire a project manager. We need to put systems in place. We need to put process in place. That's how it starts, guys. And because it starts like that, the HR will now be like, okay, that's fine. Can I get the job description? It starts from there. Can I get the job description? Then they get the job description and they put it on the job board. Now, what you see on the job board is a description of what you would come to do. Not fanciness that was gotten from Google. Not HR going to Google and saying, job description of a project manager. No. The HR was able to spell out that job description from the frustration of the CEO. Okay, the CEO is super frustrated because things are not working right, and he goes on to say, I need a team that can help me solve this problem. And without someone that can work with them, it is still going to be like this. And they spell out needing a project manager. So you go in for an interview, you need to make them see how you've worked with developers before. Because remember, you're coming to this team to work with developers that delay, right? You need to also be able to get them to be done on time. So how do you do that? How do you communicate that? That's the important conversation here. But you've only taken a project management course, and that I know, because I also worked as a project manager, right? That I'm very much aware of. There is no project management course that would say, oh, how to work with a developer. It doesn't exist. There is no project management course that would say how to work with a business analyst. They just focus on what you would use as a project manager: Trello, Confluence, Jira, Slack, Asana. They will just focus on that. Scrum, they focus on the methodologies and all that. That is all. They don't tell you you have to interact with developers, and this is what the reality looks like. What gives you that insight is an internship. That's why I said earlier, beyond what any classroom can teach you, beyond what any course material can teach you, internship would give you multiple folds of that knowledge, right? And it's not an internship you have to do for 5 years, for 1 year, for months. Within 4 months, you've been brought into the system, right? Drilled so well that you can do this any day, anytime. And that's how you now have a portfolio, a dashboard, GitHub filled with real problems you've solved, not through a course. A course does not give you realistic stuff, right? Now, do you understand UK market context? Another very important conversation, right? You are meant to come in as a project manager. Remember, your day-to-day does not start and end with you being a project manager. It starts and ends with you working with other team members that brings your project to life. You're the project manager, you're the one tracking, you're the one monitoring, you're the one doing literally everything on that end. But what are you tracking? You're tracking some people's tasks, activities, what they've done, what they've completed. That's what you're tracking. And because that's what you're tracking, it also simply means you need to 100% understand how to communicate and converse with these guys. You need to understand, and that's where commercial awareness comes in. The projects you work on, they're also not just random projects. It might be a project to increase sales. Yes, it might be a project to improve the process that contributes to increasing sales. So it can be direct or indirect. Everybody in a company is contributing to the greater good. Again, whether you're working directly where revenue is involved, or you're working where just making the website secure, what you're doing is you're also contributing directly or indirectly to the growth of the company financially. And everybody's role is important. So your ability to show them how aware you are of this structure, the system, and how it plays out, and how you've done it from where you're coming from, is how you can impressively show them what you can do. And one of our interns did this so well, Darlington. He interned with us about a few months ago, got a job within 2 months or 3 months as a business analyst. And he mentioned clearly one of the things that worked in his favor. And his video is the last video I'll be playing for today. So we'll be wrapping up already, actually, because I think this is actually the last part of my slide. So let's listen to Darlington for just a minute. So after this, I'm just going to walk you through how the internship works at Amdari, how you can enroll. And guys, please ensure that you're filling the attendance form being sent to your email, except people that I know joined the session from the emails that they received from me, right? Except those that joined. So I'm sure that they most likely are not on those communities. So I urge you guys to please drop your email here. I will send the attendance link to your email, okay? So that you can still fill it. So it's in a more structured way. So I'll still send the attendance. You get it this night, guys. So immediately we're done from this session, just keep an eye out on your email. You'd receive it in like 30 minutes-ish, right? You'd receive it in like 30 minutes-ish. So please ensure you fill the attendance form. Thank you very much. Okay. So my colleagues are still sending the attendance form to the groups, and I'm still seeing messages. So guys, yes, I've seen your own, Hamzat, Nafisat. So just keep, I see your messages, so don't worry, just keep typing. So let's listen to Pedro, and then just 2 minutes, guys. Darlington, rather, not Pedro, Darlington. Let's listen to him for 2 minutes, and then I'll be back.
Hi, Omomi. The audio isn't, the video isn't audible.
Sorry, guys. I had no. So, stop and reshare. Going to reshare it.
The knowledge we've been able to acquire seems to be nothing if you can apply it to a real world problem. So that's the most important part for me and what I'm excited about.
Amazing. So how would you say the experience at Amdari helped you land the role, like from the projects you worked on to the types of mentor you had and all that? How would you say that really, really contributed to you landing this role?
Well, in the interview, my background is data science and sales. So this role is more like a business analysis role. It's a mixture of different bits, but they were not looking for someone who was a business analyst per se, a project manager. They were looking for someone who had a bit of data science background, project management, business analysis. And funny enough, I had never heard of, I had never done anything on business analysis till I got to Amdari. And while I was there in the interview room, I was asked about things like mapping and how you scope the whole process. Just give us a rundown of what you would do if you were to start this role. And I just used everything I learned at Amdari. I spoke about the process, the to-be processes, the project charter, basically the terminology and the knowledge of what I learned at Amdari played a part in that interview. I seemed to be the person that gave them a clear idea of what they are going to achieve in a 1 year period because they didn't know how to go about it. So they needed someone who was close to what they were looking for. And my knowledge from what I'd learned at Gary played a huge part in that interview, to be honest.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Let me stop it right there. So let's come back to my slide. Wait, let me be sure that it's showing. I'm still with you guys. So yeah, like I said, right, last video of the day, and that is actually Darlington's story. He was able to get the job by, showing them that this is what I can solve for you guys in a year. Right. And when we say this, most times people feel like, oh, come on, the company will be able to solve the problem. No, that's not the case, right? Every company, every founder owns an idea, works on it alone when it's just in their head. You see, the minute they think of implementing the first thing, right? The minute they think of implementing or implementation, they're already thinking of the first person that they need to do this with. And as long as that happens, then that's where you come in. So your expertise is how they can confidently now say, oh, okay, sure, I can work with Precious, I can work with Zoe, I can work with Kingsley, right? So Darlington was able to do that so well. He was able to help them see what they could achieve within the space of a year if they go with him. So becoming a practitioner is not so difficult. You just need to be in a system that supports your learning with real world exposure. Okay, you need a system that supports your learning with real world exposure, and that's what Amdari does. With Amdari, you're not just working on projects, you're not just solving problems for these companies that I mentioned, you're also being supported from your CV to your job application. And we work with you until you get the job. And like I said, this is not such a difficult feat to achieve because these companies are hiring, these companies need you. A lot of roles go unfilled year in, year out. Okay, so as long as you're skilled, well positioned, getting the job is going to be like a walk in the park. Not like, I mean, the days of gaining experience is the hard work. But when you get the job, it becomes like magic and it feels like you were lucky. No, you did the work. You were building experience when no one was looking, right? So it's not luck. It's just the opportunity meeting your own preparedness. So one of our interns, Jerry, who interned with us last year, got a job with the civil service. And fast forward to this year, he moved to Canada. By the way, this was when he got the job with the civil service, and he shared the good news with his team lead. He shared the good news, and it reads, just wanted to officially let you know that I've landed a data analyst role within the civil service, and it's a level promotion too. I was asked to prepare a presentation on any data analysis project. I edited and submitted our first project. Saved me a lot of time and gave me confidence. Also spoke about the SQL project when they asked about data acquisition. Thank you so much for your mentorship, Emeka. Take your flowers, I beg. Now, that was when he got the job whilst living in the UK. Now, fast forward to this year, like I said, he moved to Canada. Guys, he got a job within 2 weeks of moving to Canada. His words, not ours. He sent a request for reference and copied me in the email, addressed it to Ifemena Ipro, the other co-founder of Amdari. And it reads right here, I hope you're doing well. I recently moved to Canada about 2 weeks ago and have secured a role in the meantime as a data entry specialist with Alberta Blue Cross. For the application, I listed my role at Amdari as a data consultant. See, guys, now he got the job within 2 weeks. And if you live in Canada, the US, or even the UK, you guys know how hard it is to break in. It doesn't take 2 weeks. It takes months. But this person was able to do that in 2 weeks. That's because he was already experienced. He used his Amdari experience to apply for the role and he got it. And if you go to his LinkedIn today, that's what you see. The company, the same company in his email, right, for reference. So that's why I said, guys, if you can't multitask, just do a screenshot and you can look them up after the session, okay? Now, the second person I want to show us here is Sandra Odushola Stevenson. This is her LinkedIn also. She interned with us as a GRC analyst under cybersecurity, got a job as a data protection paralegal with Hello DPO. Looking at Sandra's LinkedIn, this is what you see. Hi, Ifemena. So this came in from the director of the company that wants to hire her, Jenai. And of course, they said everything else and then said they needed details of her start and end date of employment, her role title, and any other details, okay? And that was what helped out in her case. She got the job easy peasy. Well, not lemon squeezy, but you guys, not like it's easy, guys. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying you do the work, but when you get the results, it's always just exciting. And like I said, this is it on her LinkedIn, the company name, and literally everything else. Okay, so this is another person who got a job. Her name is Betty Okwedadi, interned with us as an IT project manager, got a job as the same job title, IT project manager with Echoes IT Limited in the UK. Then I have another person. Her name is Judith, interned with us as a data analyst. 3 months later, got a job with Renewable Path as a data analyst. As long as you're good, you're fine. Now, this is Amdari. You're enrolled in the internship program. You become this guy, a consultant. We don't call you an intern. We also do not put intern on your CV. So you become this guy, a consultant rather. And you work with this guy, the specialist. Remember, I said you have a team lead, and I said your team lead is not a project manager, sorry, is not a generalist, right? That person is a specialist in your niche. You're coming in as a project manager, you work with a project manager. You're coming in as a business analyst, you work with a business analyst. You're coming in as a SOC analyst. You don't work with a cybersecurity analyst, you work with a SOC analyst, someone who is niche down, okay, so that you get the kind of feedback that improves the quality of your work. Okay, and you cover projects across healthcare, fintech, supply chain management tech, IT, real estate, ed tech, just to mention a few. And that's why I said earlier, you cover 5 to 6 projects. And these projects would come from important sectors that you need to gain experience from. Now, I won't be playing Faith's video because of time, but I would add the link to the video to the email that I'm sending out. That email is going to contain a few simple things, right? So that it's not overwhelming and you can digest everything. But let me just narrate this quickly. Like I said, you get the link to Faith's video in your email, okay? So this was the activation summit we had for our interns. Now, these are people who started their journey with us on the 4th of July. So they were not at the verge of deciding, should I go with Amdari? Should I not go with? No, they had already enrolled. This was the first day in the program for them. This is Adeza Suleiman, the other co-founder of Amdari. This is Femena Ipro, the other co-founder. This is me, the third co-founder, okay? So this is Brown, the employability team lead. That's the team that works on your CV, your LinkedIn, your interview prep, literally everything around that. That is Brown. And this is Faith. Faith being a senior colleague. What do I mean? She was once an intern. Okay, so she came to speak to them about how she got a job. So we could have said, the guys are already enrolled. We don't necessarily need to impress them. Guys, we impress you till the very last day. We want you to know that you made the right choice by deciding to say, let me intern with Amdari. We impress you until the last day. So for Faith, she came to speak to the new guys, the new intakes that were starting their own journey to career advancement with Amdari. So she came to speak to them to let them know, guys, you're actually on the right path. Like I said, guys, because of time, her video is 5 minutes long, and I want you to listen to everything that she would share. So you would get that in your email. Okay. For those that are unable to get the link via the communities, because please, guys, just check your community, fill the form from your community. But for those that came from email, I'm going to do something. I'm going to just drop your email in the chat. You would get the link to fill the attendance form in your email, so that, because I have to collate all the things I'm sending to you tomorrow morning. So I'm sending this attendance form to everybody's email this night so you can fill it. So by tomorrow morning, you will get everything I want to send. So please, if you haven't dropped your email, please do so. And like I said earlier, I'll be sending out this email 30 minutes after this session. Like, you'll be receiving it. It starts going out immediately after this session, but just 30 minutes later, because, okay, some people might not get it as fast as others. Okay, and I want everybody to get it. Thank you very much, Chanda. Chanda has dropped hers. So if you haven't dropped yours, thank you, John. Amazing. Great, great. So if you haven't dropped yours and you have not filled the attendance form, ensure you do so. Thank you so much, Zoe. I see you also. So yes, that's Faith's story. So you would watch our video once I send it. So this is the employability team, and they also help you revamp your CV, optimize your LinkedIn, and help you navigate the UK job market so well, like so well. Now, we also help you understand how to ace interviews, so you're not applying to jobs and there is no result. Faith, who you're going to be watching her video after this session, like I said, got her first job from her first interview. Yes, that was her first interview. You'd hear her yourselves. Okay. Now, for every intern enrolled in Amdari, we also give you access to CV Matching. It's an AI tool that makes it easy for you to know if a company is sponsoring, one, if the company is also, if the salary falls within the salary threshold, and if your CV is a good fit for the job you're applying to. Let me show you what I mean in just 2 minutes. In just 2 minutes, guys. Now, every intern at Amdari has access to CV Matchly, okay? Every intern at Amdari has free access. Let me be sure my screen is still sharing. So CV Matchly platform is loading, and guys, you would permit me, because I would share my entire screen so that I can show you all that I want to show you. By the way, this is CV Matchly, but like I said, I want to share my entire screen so you can see all the stuff I want to share with you. So let me just select it right there. Yeah. So this is my entire screen. Still with you guys. Show my screen. Can you see my screen? Okay, I believe you guys can see my screen, right? You can see my screen. So this is CV Matchly. Okay. By the way, this is the document I'll be sending to you guys, and it has a couple of other things. So again, please ensure you fill the attendance form. If you haven't, make sure you do, or drop your email and you get the attendance form in your email. Make sure you fill it. Okay. Thank you. So this is CV Matchly. This is my dashboard, and it's pretty much just showing the different things like, oh, I have optimized my CV 63 times. I've applied to 0 jobs. Guys, that's because I always just use this optimization to demo, not to apply to jobs. So don't mind me if you see 0 applications, okay, and 0 application rates, but you're able to just track this. Like I said, every Amdari intern has free access for 3 months. What exactly does this platform do? Why is Omoumi going on and on about this platform? What does it do? So let's come to NHS job board. Conversation today is around NHS, right? So this is the NHS job board. This right here is a career path that you can apply to. Now, let's say we want to apply to the role of a business analyst, okay? Let's click on search. Now, when you click on search, you're brought to this page that shows you the different roles that are available. Now, let's click on the first one, lead business analyst. So now this is it, okay? Now, I said CV Matchly is an AI Chrome extension, or maybe I didn't say so. I'm saying it now. It's an AI Chrome extension. So Chrome extension AI, what does Omoumi mean? Now, this is it on my Chrome extension. When you create an account on CV Matchly, it tells you to add it to your Chrome extension. Don't worry, once you're enrolled in the program, you will still demo the step-by-step, but I just want to go over it, right? Not like glossing over it, but just letting you know what it does. So once you create an account, it tells you add to your Chrome extension, you add it, it is here. See, it's right here, CV Matchly AI. Now, because I pinned it, it's right here for me. It's right here. And I love to say invoke it, right? So I can invoke it by clicking on this. And this is it. So it shows for me like this. Now, because it is displayed like this, we're supposed to have something that says job description, right? So that means a job should be fetched here because my CV is already here. Omoumi CV is here because I uploaded it. For you, it will tell you upload CV so you can easily upload. But because I have uploaded it already, it's here and it says remove. So in case I want to remove this and add another one, I can remove. But there is no job description fetched. Why is that? That's because I'm not on a job board. I'm on a random website. And it's that intelligent. It knows when you're on a job board. It knows when you're on a random website. Even when you're on a job board, let me show you something. Let's leave this here. Let's come here. You know, this is a job board, right? So let me click on CV Matchly. It still doesn't fetch any job description. That's because I'm on a job board, but not on a job posting. So I have to click on a job posting for me to see the job description on CV Matchly. I don't need to copy and paste, guys. You see that stress of copy paste? Those days are over. You don't need to do that. So click on it or invoke it again. Now it has fetched it. I did not have to copy and paste. It is automatic. It's a very intelligent platform. Now I have it right here, and you can see this is the content. Literally everything that exists here, everything you see here is what I have here. Now it has compared that CV. It has analyzed it against this job description. And it's telling me that my CV is a 77% match for this role. So let me take a look at the analysis. Let's take a deep dive. It says 11 keywords matched, 14 did not match. And it says see sponsorship analysis. This is it. It's sponsoring skilled worker route. I don't need to copy the content, go to the list of registered sponsors and start looking for the company. It is such a long process. I can just come here. I just want to apply. I know if a particular company is sponsoring for that job that I'm applying to. So it lets me know if the salary is above the threshold, of course, which is right here. If the job title is also on the shortage list, which is right here. What are the keywords that match? This is it. Which ones did not match? This is it. Should I copy and paste so I can go fix my CV, or what exactly do I have to do? I don't need to copy and paste. All I need to do, guys, is optimize. That's all you need to do. Just click on optimize. Once you do that, now click on generate optimized CV. And it starts optimizing your CV. Now it's making it perfect. I wanted to apply before. It says my CV is a 77% match, but that's not good enough because 14 keywords don't match. And this is AI. This ATS we're talking about is a machine. And as a machine that it is, it has been programmed to look for keywords word for word. And the closest to closing the entire gap, like matching literally every important keyword, is who gets shortlisted. So you want to stand a chance to get called back. Make sure your CV is tightly tailored. Tightly tailored. Don't say, oh, let me just apply. It's not by hard work, guys. It's by smart work. And that's why we partnered with platforms like this to make the lives of our interns better and easier. It's done. I click on download optimized CV, and I have my downloaded CV, and I can click on it. Okay, I can click on it and I can come here and see what it has downloaded. There is no table, anything that will make it difficult for ATS to parse. It's not there, right? So it makes it super easy for you to use the platform. So that's exactly how CV Matchly works. So I just wanted us to see how it works. Every intern in Amdari gets 3 months free access. Let me present my slide. Let's go back to, because this looks busy when I try to come here. Okay, so yes, as I was saying, right, that's how CV Matchly works. Every intern gets 3 months free access to use CV Matchly. Again, Amdari is all about smart work, right? Strategic positioning, not hard work, not spraying and praying that, oh, I hope I get called back. Now, the next cohort for this internship is starting on the 8th of August, and enrollment is on right now. Again, like I said, what you're building is work experience, but it doesn't stop there. It's not just about gaining the experience. Can you ace an interview? Can you articulate your value, right? You're mentored into that person that can speak about what they've done and how they've done it. And this is us saying, you've already done so much hard work, taking a course, right? Started applying to jobs even, and you spend hours researching, applying, submitting CVs, tailoring CVs, revamping it again and again. That is hard work, right? But that hard work is amazing. But what if you can do it in a way that gives you your desired result faster? Your desired result is to get a job. You get guided and mentored by somebody that has done this before. You go faster, you go, it becomes easier for you. So ultimately, the work experience program at Amdari gives you everything that makes the journey faster and smoother. And like I said, enrollment is on, and enrollment fee is £800. But we're running a discount that allows you pay £600. Okay, this is a general discount. You don't pay in one installment, you pay 3 times. £200, £200, £200, 3 times. And the beautiful thing about these guys is you're not just paying these 3 times, it also has 0 risk promise, which I would show you as we proceed. All right. So now, because you're on the call with me today, because you stayed this long on the call with me, I want to extend an additional £50 discount. Okay. And that's why I kept saying filling the attendance form is important, because I get to send you the coupon code via your email. So for those that have filled the attendance form, amazing. I meant to drop the enrollment link, but because of what's going on with Google Meet, I'm not sure you guys would even see it. But my colleague is still going to drop the enrollment link in the chat regardless. Hopefully it is spotted. But we're going to send it out to everybody's email tonight. Please ensure you fill the attendance form so you can get the enrollment link. It would also be sent to your community. That's your WhatsApp community. So if you want to enroll, yes, I'll send it via email. Olabisi, I see your message. I'll send it via email. Have you filled the attendance form, or did you drop your email here? Yeah. So guys, this discount, right, is just for the next 24 hours because the internship starts next week, and the discount becomes invalid from Monday. So you can either enroll tonight or tomorrow being Sunday, and the that's the £50 extra discount. Like I said, it's for everybody that stayed up until this point with me. I'll be sending it to your emails, okay? And please ensure you use, because if I type it in the chat, there is no guarantee that you would also see it because of what's going on with Google Meet. But let me show you how to secure your spot. And I said something earlier. I said this is a 0 risk promise. Let me show you what I mean. Now, once you come to the enrollment page, my colleagues will drop the enrollment link in the chat. That's the community chat. So please, you're seeing messages in the community chat. Be on the lookout for it, because being able to secure your spots tonight would also have a lot of advantages, right? Right. Just like the £50 extra discount. Okay, it's just for tonight for that one. But for the 800 to 600, it is across today and tomorrow. But for the £50, it's for people on the call with me who stayed till this point and are willing to secure their spot tonight. Okay, the cohort starts next week, guys. It starts next week, Saturday. And there is an activation summit happening this Thursday. That's next week, Thursday. So I urge you to be enrolled because the Activation Summit is always very exciting. It's like the ceremony to onboard you into the program, and you get to meet, thank you, Jones, and you get to meet stakeholders and the like. So please ensure you secure your spot so that you don't miss the Activation Summit. You still have an onboarding next week, Saturday, no doubt about that. But you see the Activation Summit, please do not miss it for anything. As long as you're interested in starting in August, on the 8th of August, ensure you do not miss the Activation Summit. Again, it happens on the 8th of on Thursday, guys. I think that's 6th. Yes, that's 6th of August. Okay. So right here is the enrollment page. You would get the enrollment link in the community and also via email. But the people that will get it faster are the people who have access to communities this night. So they will get it this night, like as I'm speaking right now, to be dropped there. So Azizat and Umi, please share the enrollment link in the community. Okay. So once you click on the enrollment link, you're brought to this page. Actually, the URL is very simple. It is just www.amdari.io. So let me show you. When you go to Amdari website, it's very easy. Don't worry. Let's say you come to Amdari website. Okay, let me say Amdari. So you come to Amdari's main website. You can just follow my step. You can enroll using this step. Come to Amdari website, www.amdari.io. You'd find yourself on this landing page. Right from here, see this one that says internship program. Click on it, please. Click on internship program. Once you click on internship program, scroll down. Okay, scroll down to the program of choice. Which one do you want to enroll for? Data analytics, data science, business, whichever one. Click on apply here. Once you click on apply here, you're redirected to the main details page of the program, where you see the tools you would cover, some of the tools majorly, the skill sets you would learn, the mentors you get to work with. These are the people you work with Mondays to Fridays, not 9 to 5, right? You're expected to commit a minimum of 1 hour per day to working on your task, minimum of 1 hour per day. So these are some of the people you work with. You're going to be working with one of these guys as your mentor. One of them will be your mentor, okay? And this is their full-time job. Their full-time job is literally helping you gain experience. This is the other co-founder of Amdari. In case you want to just listen to the video, you can just play and just listen to Ifemena Ipro, okay? But let me close it right here. All right, click on apply now. So once you click on apply now, so we're going to the page, guys. We're going to the page right now. I think it's taking time, but I clicked on apply already. Why is it taking time? Sorry about the delay, guys. Sorry about that. So yes, as I said, right, ensure you fill the attendance form if you haven't, while we wait for it to load, okay? So, why is it not moving forward? Sorry about that, guys. So I wanted to show you guys where to input the coupon code for the discount and how to select the enrollment option, because you can pay one-time payment and save more. Yeah, we're here now. So this is August. You want to start in August. That's on the 8th of August. Select August's cohort. You want to start in September. Select September. This discount still applies to you, even though you want to start in September. Now, are you joining from Canada or US? They have a separate team. So you can select US or Canada in case you're joining from Canada, right? But if you're joining from UK, just select this one. That's what this means, okay? Then, do you want to pay full payment or part payment? If you want to pay full payment, that is £500. You want to pay in 3 installments, that's £600. You want to pay in 10 installments, that's £700. That's paying £70 every week. But of course, a financially wise option is full-time payment or 3 installments, which allows you to pay 200 for every month for 3 months, okay? Now, I mentioned there is a coupon code and there is further discount for everybody on the call with me today. So you just come here. You see coupon code here, right? Come here. This one is the one that is making people pay 500 and 600 instead of 800. So this one is there by default. This is for everybody, okay, between now and Sunday. Now, the one I'm giving you for being on the call gives you an extra £50 discount. So you type AMD GFT, that's Amdari Gift 1, and click on apply. It becomes invalid tomorrow, guys. Click on apply. AMD GFT1. Click on apply, and you see it is now £450 and £550. Once you see it like this, just come here and click on proceed. So it has given you the extra discount. And I'm still going to send this coupon code to your email, guys. That's why I said, please ensure you fill the attendance form. So click on proceed. Okay. So I said this is a zero risk promise. And this is what I mean. Now, this is just a summary page of everything you filled. So your next cohort starts, your cohort starts on the 8th of August. Today is 1st of August. You're starting this Saturday, right? Now, by virtue of that, you come here. Okay, you come here. The internship starts when, guys? It starts 8th. Let's move back to the month of August. This is it. It starts 8th of August. Now, because it starts 8th of August, that means you would have experienced Amdari week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. See? Let's move to the next month. Week 4, going on week 5, before your next payment is due. Right? Because if you don't want to pay on the 1st, which is by default the date you're meant to pay, because today is 1st of August, so you can just select 7th of August, right? You can just select 7th of August. September, sorry, guys. You can just select 7th of September for your second payment. That means you've worked on 2 projects. You would have been able to test Amdari, feel Amdari, experience Amdari, and know if she just lied. She just lied on that call that they do this. They don't do any of that. They don't deliver what they promise. Or you'll be able to say, in fact, I'm even experiencing way more than what was shared on the call the other day. So that's how we, like, this is a zero risk promise, like I said. So you've experienced that you worked on 2 projects before your second payment, guys. And you also get to say, oh, I like it, I don't like it. Okay? Now, you're fine with everything. Click on I confirm my information is correct. I have read the terms and condition. Then you click on pay. Do not forget the process. Go to Amdari website, www.amdari.io. Even if you type Amdari on Google, just click on the website. Click on internship program, the way I showed you. You see the page, follow the step. You find yourself here. Fill in the card details. Click on pay. Okay, because of time, I'm not filling card detail, but I've done a pre-recorded video, and that's where I would finish up this process from. So from this pre-recorded video, we would go to where we stopped in the example, which is here. Let me put it on ×2. So once we click on pay, which you see here, it would redirect us to a form. Guys, this form is compulsory. This is your enrollment form. Please ensure you fill it, because this is how we get to send you your internship confirmation kit, which is going out from Monday, right? You'd receive everything regarding your team lead details, Amdari participant support, contact details, literally everything you need to commence this internship. You'll receive it this new week, okay? So ensure you fill this form. Select everything that applies to you, your skill level, your country of residence, your gender, your how you found out about Amdari, what influenced your decision. Oh, sponsorship job. Oh, I need a job, blah, blah, blah. Then which of our sessions influenced your decision? By virtue of being on the call with me today, please select job hunt session. This is the job hunt session, guys. Select job hunt session by virtue of being on the call with me today. And remember, this is where the coupon code is shared with you also. So select job hunt and then click on proceed. Sorry, so once you're done, click on complete setup. Your payment is successful, and you get redirected to the page that says payment successful, go to dashboard. You click on go to dashboard, you find yourself on this page. You have a free portfolio website. You're able to work on projects. You're able to take crash courses for free. This is not your main internship. This is a resource center to make your experience more diverse, more robust, and more detailed. And so that even after the internship, you can come back to the website and revisit materials. You also have a free portfolio website. I'm going to show us what one of our interns websites looks like, but I'll start taking questions while I open the interns website. Like I said, that website is your portfolio website. You have access to it for life, even after Amdari internship, okay? You have access to Amdari, to that portfolio for life. So this is how the work experience runs and flows. So I will take questions right about now. Guys, if you have any question for me, kindly indicate with a raise of hand. But I want to appreciate you all for your patience on the call, for staying with me up until this period. Sincerely, I appreciate you guys. For those that might not be able to speak for whatever reason, Like I said, I can see chats and I will read your chat. So just in the chat, type your question if you cannot speak. But if you can speak, please indicate with a raise of hand, and my colleague is going to allow you on mute, and then I will take your question. So please, if you have any question for me. So Zoe said, will I be able to get reference after the internship ends? Zoe, you get the reference anytime you need it, whether it's a month into the internship, like you just started, you would get reference. 2 months, you would get it. 3 months, anytime you need it. And it doesn't matter how many times you reach out for reference requests, you will always get it. So it's not a case of when I am done. And when you're done, you come to Amdari a year later, 2 years later, you will still get it. Do you know why? Because we know that sometimes some companies would ask you for 2 references. They would ask you for 2. So if that is the case for you, you would still be provided a reference. It doesn't matter. Okay. Sumit says, hi, Omomi. Thank you for the details. I have a few questions before choosing a program. Is it possible I can clear the question here now? Yes, Sumit, please go ahead. Okay. I've paid 500. How do I get my discounts back? James, when did you make the payment? Just type in the chat. I'll read your chat. Sumit, if you can speak, Sumit, raise your hand. Okay. Hi, Sumit. I can see you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I was just asking. So I have 4 years of experience in software development, like React, Angular, and Node.js, like more of web development experience. And after coming here in UK, I've just finished my master's in advanced computer science, where I like learn about machine learning, big data, and all, like more of all the tech I know, like DevOps, data side I know, the website, software side I know. That's why I'm like too confused which program should I select. Like DevOps is good, data science, it's not my field, but I think in UK it's good to do these types of programs. So that's why I'm confused. So that's why I'm just asking you, like, is it possible you can just tell me like what should I go with? Which one is good for me? You got me right.
So you're considering between DevOps, data science, and which other program?
Yeah, I know software development. I like website development. So that's what, like, I don't think here something it's like website or something. I don't think
All
now
right,
it's
amazing.
more important. Yeah.
Okay. So in terms of future proof, right, of career
Yeah.
path, I would advise data science in terms of future proof. The reason why I would advise data science, there is a lot regarding software engineering that you can automate today. Honestly, like I said earlier, I started as a software engineer also, right? There's a lot that you can automate today. People are building websites with AI. So it's not making the demand as high as it used to be. I'm not saying that AI has totally taken the place of a developer, right? In fact, developers now are even trying to add AI skills to their skills, and data science gives you that. And our interns work a lot on machine learning and AI projects, like a lot of that. So the future is, honestly speaking, AI. The future is speaking certain career paths that cannot be replaced by AI. That's why I would say out of all the ones you called, data science has more demand. That's one. And data science also is more future proof. DevOps is also very future proof because it's operations and development, right? And of course, cloud and everything regarding the server. But data science is more, it has better prospects when you look at a lot of other things. So I would just advise data science out of all 3 that you mentioned. Not that they are also not good, but data science just outweighs based off different factors. Yeah.
I got your point. So like I know DevOps. I did it in my in my companies, last companies, like S3 buckets, AWS, Azure, everything I did it. I think data science will be more beneficial. So that's, and about the jobs, if I'm going to apply the jobs, is companies going to ask like you don't have data science degree or something after this?
Yeah. Okay. So do you have any course you've taken in data science yet? Have you taken a course in data science?
Not yet, but I know data things and all. Like I did my dissertation, dissertation in this traffic analysis, where I worked on my whole data. It was like everything I did it by myself. So I know some of the part, but I don't know much how to use in companies, right? So that's all. Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like you just mentioned the essence of why we built and started Amdari. You said you know some of the things about data science, but you've just not used it company wise. That's the reason why Amdari exists. So Amdari is not another course. Amdari is purely work experience. So
Okay.
with this, you get to learn better. You get to learn while doing the job. You get to learn while handling things around, feature drifting. So it's not just creating, pipelines or
Mhm.
features, right? Yes, or machine learning models rather. You're not just building machine learning models, you're also monitoring some of these things to see when it drifts, how to quickly fix it, everything in between that is beyond what a course can give you. So most times we get caught up in taking courses after courses thinking, I don't know much in it yet, but you've honestly gotten the best that a course can give you, right? Because when you enroll for another course, you just it's like running in cycles and cycles and doing the same thing over and over again. But when you switch it up, that's switching up your mode of learning, that's doing, or rather learning by doing, then you realize that you learn faster. So whatever it is that is making you feel like, oh, I don't know so much in data science yet, I promise you it's because you've not started implementing. Once you start implementing, the language will change to I can do this because I have built this, right?
Yeah.
So work experience is what you need, not another course, because we can easily get carried away with taking courses after courses and not get.
Yeah.
It's like hamster wheel, right? Like no progress, but you're moving, you're making effort, but there is no visible progress. So, but when you go the route of internship, it makes it faster. So I'd advise you just go for internship and not another course, since you've already taken a foundational stuff in it, right? So that's what I would advise. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Just helped me.
All right, thank you very much. So, guys, I see your questions. Okay, in case you're doubting, and I'm only see my question. I see everybody's question. Okay, so now I'm going to what's it called? Oh, okay, Ifeoluwa, you're on the same. Okay, I'm coming to that right now. I thought you said you're in the same place. Okay, Zoe says, okay, I've answered Zoe, and Kingsley says, I hope this is pure internship program and not just another course. Kingsley, let me show you one of our interns portfolio. This is not a course. This is an intern that worked with Amdari. This is what your portfolio website looks like. Now, so that you would see what the portfolio website looks like from the dashboard, I would show you again from here also. So guys, just give me a minute. I want to walk us through something. This is our intern's portfolio website. It says, hello, I am Eval Dipia, a senior data analyst. These were the projects he worked on whilst in Amdari, like during his internship. This is details of his work experience. This is your website. When Amdari improves it, when Amdari maintains it, you don't pay a dime for all of this. 2 years later, Amdari is still making it better. You are still benefiting from that. Okay, this is like your personal professional website. You see, it details his tools, his education, Babcock and Ulster, and his contact details. I don't want to show that. So yeah, so this is it. Let's click on one of his projects. So you can click here to view, right? So you click and it brings us here. This is not a training program. See, this is the project summary. Developed a production operations analytics solution for green tech manufacturing focused on reducing downtime, optimizing production scheduling, and improving operational efficiency, blah, 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 leveraged SQL Server and Power BI. These were the tools he used, problems and the context, roles, and his responsibility. He said, I own the end-to-end modeling. This is what you send to a company trying to hire you. This is what you attach to your CV, all right? You can see link to the solution. A recruiter can click this to see more about what this person has done, right? We can even click on it to see. Can you see what it shows? View it. Let's say continue. Let's see what we're going to see. This is an intense project. This is how your website looks. It's opening up. I just want us to continue here while it opens up. Still opening. Okay, all right, this is it. Still loading, by the way. This is, okay, it's a zip file. So you see how detailed it is, right? Let me come back to the other one. It's a zip file. So these are like images from his dashboard. And these are other projects. So a recruiter can now say, okay, let me see other things he has done. media farm hospital operations and patient care analytics, energy markets resilience, and infrastructure intelligence. You're not doing a course at Amdari, you're working. And you're not working on simulated projects, you're solving real business problems, right? See everything right here. This is what you own as an intern. This is his media URL. Let me see what it's going to look like. So this is his media URL. Okay. So while that is opening up, let's just go back to the main website. So this internship is 100% what the name says, work experience, internship, not a course. Okay, you're not taking a course at Amdari, even though we have crash courses for people who might want to take crash courses, like, oh, I haven't taken a course. Now this is my dashboard as a user, remember, right? This is, see my dashboard, see, this is Amdari. Once you created an account, you come here. Now let's click on portfolio. So you see how that guy created his portfolio. This is how you create yours also. This is where it is, see? Portfolio, classic template, bold templates, more templates coming soon. Now this is it. Hello, I'm Amdari admin, software engineer, blah, 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 result-oriented front-end, you know, all of that. Please do not mind. This is my account, but our developer is using my account. So that's why you see his picture here. Projects, this is how you can add your projects, okay? Work experience, this is how you can add your work experience. Can you see? Your skills and specialization, this is how you can add it. Your tools, this is how you can add it. Your university, this is how you can add it. Everything like that. This is where you edit everything. And copy link, that's how he copied his own link and shared it, and you saw the website the way you saw it. So when they view your website, they don't view it like a construction site like this. No, you're the one constructing it here, but it looks like this. It looks better like this when you're done, right? So that's what it looks like. So this is both template. Let's look at classic template. I think the one I'm showing us is a classic template. Yes, it's a classic template. So if you notice, look at the shape of the project. Can you see add? So if I bring us here, you see the shape of the project, see? And instead of add, we're seeing view, right? Because this is not my account, this is his own account. But because this other one is my account, this is my account from my dashboard, so I can see add, which is here, right? Your project, blah, blah, blah. So that's exactly how this is. So this is not a course. This is a full-blown internship, guys. This is a full-blown internship. So let me read more comments in the chat. Guys, please, if you're enrolling, do not forget AMDGFT1 is the discount code only for tonight. You get this in your email if you've not enrolled, but follow the process I showed us earlier to secure your spot. Do not forget, okay? So let me read other comments in the chat. Guys, if you want to speak, you can raise your hand. Fatima, Eyitayo, Rike, please, if you want to speak, just raise your hand. Olabisi, everybody. So I think Olabisi dropped a message the other time. I'm not sure, but let me just check the chat. Kingsley says, okay, I've responded to Kingsley. Zoe says, thank you, Omomi. Would I get assistance with creating a CV? I know you mentioned something about CV earlier. Just wanted to clarify. Zoe, what you get with your CV is full-blown optimization. We do it for, like, we optimize your CV for you, right? And you have the master CV. So yes, you get full-blown assistance, right? Everything you need regarding that. What do I mean? Let me show you. Let me show you what I mean. Let's come to internship program. Yeah, I hear that someone's hand is raised. Let me come to this. I'm coming to you shortly. Let me show Zoe something. Okay, now this is my internship dashboard. Okay, and this is my resources. I click on this. It says my resources. Okay. Okay, it's loading, guys. Yes. So I want to show us something. That's why I brought us here. Let's look at employability. Now see, LinkedIn optimization videos. This was uploaded May 4th. By the way, this is for interns that are already done. They started in March, May, June, July. Yeah, they onboarded early in this month, actually. So this is it. May, that was when they uploaded this LinkedIn optimization videos. See this CV and LinkedIn optimization session, watch recording. See, this was also May 4th. These guys started their internship in March. See it here, March cohort at the top here. Just trace my cursor. They started in March. They are project managers, these guys. I can toggle to check for other programs. You still see when they had theirs. Like, by the way, this is because this is admin view. So yeah. So so interview playbook, part 1, watch recording. So even if you were not on the call when the employability specialist is fixing it for you, you can watch the recording. It's important to know this so that when you're done with the internship, you also want to have knowledge of your own, right? This is purely about empowerment, not, oh, let's do it for you, let's do it for you. Even whilst we're doing some things for you, we're still showing you how it's done. And what do I mean by we're doing for you? Your CV, the actual internship, you will do it yourself so that you own the experience, you own the skill, you own the capacity, right? But you're just being guided, being handheld, being walked through how to solve a problem. Yeah, that's it. So this is exactly it. Amdari Job Starter Pack, okay, and how to connect with recruiters and hiring managers. All this is here. When you look at mentorship, you'd see other things also. How to answer, tell me about yourself, watch recording. See, mentorship, navigating the NHS job application. You see, today's own is like a lecture. That one is hands-on. You guys are applying. That one is proper hands-on. So you see, watch recording. This is me saying, even when you miss a session, you can still watch it. This is an intense dashboard. So when I said something earlier that we have a platform like this, not because your internship starts and ends here, but because there are resources we want you to have in a central location. We want you to be able to go there, watch it, and see exactly how you can improve, what you can improve. And that's why this is here. Okay. So yeah. And this one also, mentorship, mock interview, see, mentorship story, a success story with Chineye, blah, 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 everything like that. So that's how this works out. And I hope that answers your question. Zoe, I believe that was Zoe's question. So let me take Olabisi. Hi, Olabisi. Let me see if I have new chats. Oh, I have new chats. Thank you so much, Kingsley. Oh, you want to have an idea of GRC market in the UK. So I'll come to you, Itayo, after Olabisi. Let me just quickly take Olabisi. Then Olatunji, did I miss your message? I see question mark. So I'm coming to Olatunji and Itayo. Let me see what message of Olatunji I missed. Hi, Olabisi, please go on while I check the messages.
Hello, thank you for your time and explanation. I did enjoy it, very insightful. Interestingly, I've done one or two of such boot camps and, well, boot camp, career pursue internship. I'm one person, I sent a message when we started immediately asking that, how about I'm not the type that learn in a group. I learn better when it's one-on-one.
Okay.
Are there avenues for that? Because not only are you learning, if I learn one-on-one, it makes me understand it better. And I can easily express my insecurities that way. That's one question I want to ask about. Secondly, because I've done one or two of this and I'm still looking for a job. And it's daunting. You would admit with me that it's not encouraging when you keep investing, because it's an investment and you're not getting any returns. You're not seeing the result from what you're investing. So I hope this is not going to be like that. And I'm hoping that I can get a one-on-one experience. That way, when I have some shortcomings, I can express and be comfortable to express those issues that I'm facing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's a valid question, and I understand. I understand what you said regarding needing one-on-one. So this is going to be an internship where you work with people, right? Not you working in isolation. That's number one, right? Just to put that out there, you would work with people because that's the whole essence of doing it. It's like any other company. You can't work alone. You have to interact with people. You would have teammates, team members, but you get one-on-one conversations also. So that's why I came to this page. So you see this, it says book a consultation, Mondays to Friday. So you can just come here.
Booked already for Thursday.
Okay. Okay. Oh, so the one I'm referring to is when you started the internship, right?
Okay.
Like when you have started, You get to have a one-on-one with your team lead. Do you get? So your actual internship and the work experience and everything is with people. You do it in teams. But when you have concerns, when you want to express yourself, when there is something you want to talk about, but you don't want to say it in the general meeting, you can definitely send your team lead a message. Either you book, and the only reason why booking exists is you guys need to agree on a time that works, right? So your team lead you can call your team lead on the phone. Oh, hi, please, I want to speak to you about something. I don't know if you're available right now. If she's available, you guys can just talk about it on that phone. If she's not available, it's as simple. You guys can proceed to just fixing a time. Oh, can we do that tomorrow morning? Can we do that in the afternoon? And that's the whole essence of booking this on the website. So yes, that's one-on-one access happens. Like it's like working in any company where you can easily send a message to your team lead, right? It's like doing that. But the internship itself means you have to work with people. For expressing yourself, asking questions that you might not want to ask publicly for different reasons, yes, you can definitely ask that privately. So there is that opportunity for one-on-one interaction. Does that answer your question, Olabisi?
Yes, it does. Thank you very much. That's fair. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so your second question about doing this already with two other platforms and not getting any results. So I do not know these other platforms, right? And I wouldn't draw so much on them, who they are, or again, I do not know them. But I would just speak to what Amdari does, right? Now, not just because some of our interns have gotten jobs, but because of the process and how we do this. First, you're not going to have to say you're in the program and there is nobody attending to you. The mentors we have here, this is their full-time job. They are not on volunteer journey base, blah, blah, blah. No, they didn't volunteer. We didn't post, we need volunteer mentors, and then they saw it and said, I'll volunteer. And then they come in and they're like, oh, I don't have time. Nah. Now, this is also not just about working on projects. You would have your CV revamped, and beyond that, you'll be prepped for every interview you have. Even when you have technical assessments coming up, if it's going to be a live technical assessment, we can prep you. But if it's going to be a take-home test, right? But now a lot of hiring managers are really shying away from take-home tests because of AI, right? So which is where being skilled, like truly being skilled, comes in. And for us at Amdari, that's the whole essence of this internship. You're coming to actually gain the experience, the expertise, and literally the whole process just works, honestly. And as long as you're also applying, it doesn't take long to get the desired results. Just ensure you apply. You don't need to apply to the entire, vacancies on the job board before you get what you want. And we would prep you every step of the way. We would ensure your CV is tight for the role. Yeah. So that's the best I can say. If I say anything else, I'll just be lying. Right.
Thank
And I
you
mentioned
for your
earlier that we
sincerity.
also work
Thank
with
you.
you. Yeah. Yeah. And we would also work with you until you get the job. That's also another guarantee. Even if you do the 4 month internship and you're unable to get a job whilst doing that, we still keep working with you until you're done. But I just don't want to say, oh, Olabisi, I promise you get the job, because there are external factors that we cannot control, right? We don't know most of these hiring companies that you'll be applying to. So I can't say once you do this, you get the job. I can only say we were committed to working with you until you get the job. And we know exactly where people get it wrong, not just because we've been job seekers, but because we've also been hiring. And we've lived this whole reality of immigration, relocation, literally everything. So we share from that point of view. And that seems to have been working, honestly, because of the success rate, about 60% success rate right now. And yeah, so that's actually it. Olabisi, I hope that answers your question.
You're wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. I hope you'll be joining us as well.
Yes, I am. I'm filling the form. Could you just? Are you sending the code thing? That's what I wanted to get. I missed out on the.
Okay. Okay, so the code, I'll send it by email, but I can give it to you.
Okay, that's better. I'll wait till when you send it by email, so I don't mix it up. Thank you.
Did you fill the form or you dropped your email?
Did. I dropped my email, and I filled the form when it was sent on the group. Thank you.
But the code is AMDGFT1. AMDGFT1. GFT1. You still get it in your email though, but yeah. But I'm just saying this for any other person that wants to pick it. So guys, it's AMD from Amdari, AMD, and then GFT from Gifts, then 1, of course. Yeah. So let me check my chat. Thank you, Olabisi. Thank you so much. So Law, I'm coming to you shortly. Let me attend to my people in the chat. Okay, so Eitayo said something about needing I think he said he needs I want you to have an I want to have an idea of GRC market in the UK. Okay, that's fine. Then Olatunji, I'll search for your message because I honestly think I missed it. But okay, I've seen your message, Olatunji, but let me respond to Eitayo, then I'll come to you. So yes, Eitayo, for the UK job market, right, GRC related, there is actually high demand for GRC professionals, right? Because a lot of these companies constantly need people that would help them audit, right? Either manage audits or even help them with third-party risk and data protection. So if we're talking about demand, the demand exists. And the common titles now, another thing I need to mention is you might not see it every time as, oh, data GRC analyst. Sometimes it might be information security officer, it might be risk consultant. There was a time on, was it civil service platform or NHS platform, I saw governance risk and did they say auditor? So companies can give these job titles different names. So you need to just understand exactly how to identify the different job titles, again, based on companies. Then it also has emerging sectors, right? Because of the fact that it's beginning to focus on AI rules and digital resilience laws, right? So that's also another thing. So the demand is high because of these factors. First, companies need professionals that would manage audits and third-party risk. Okay, and then because of increased focus in AI, okay, so the whole AI thingy, digital resilience laws, that is also contributing to it. So is your question around, where I'm reading your comment from just died, so let me just open it. So yes, so is your question around demand? Because you were not specific, you just said you want to understand the GRC markets. So this is it, like this is the general overview. There is high demand for the factors that I listed, right? But if you have a specific question, you can let me know, okay? But if that has already answered it, then that's fine, okay? Then let me see. Yeah, Olatunji says, sorry, I'm scrolling back up, Olatunji. I made the payment last week, Saturday. Olatunji. I don't know if Olatunji is still on the call, right? But Olatunji, that was last week. That's why we always even so you guys, you see why I said this discount, honestly, you can see Olatunji that paid last week did not pay with this discount. And he's saying, oh, mommy, where's my discount? So please, if you're on this call, that's why I said it's a gift. I promise you guys, it's a gift. I know how the economy is, like we understand, yet we want you guys to take advantage of the awesome package that Amdari has. Like, we want to work with you. Amdari works. I don't know how else to say this, guys. Amdari works, honestly. Like, I'm literally telling, I did an internship myself, and I know how that helped me, career-wise, getting my first job-wise, and the jobs exist. So it pains me when I see how hard people are trying to secure that job, and the jobs exist, not like it doesn't exist, but these companies will just not, hire until you have experience. So if there is this platform, why not jump on it? And guys, again, this is a gift, AMD GFT1 for extra 50% discount. But Olatunji, honestly, it's just for the new guys on the call today. I am sincerely sorry. I don't know how Olatunji will be feeling or how you'll be looking at me like, what is Omomi saying? Olatunji, I promise you, if there's anything I can do, I would actually do it. So let me see. Kingsley says, so now I'm trying not to miss anybody's message. Do we need to create, this is from Meet. I don't know if this is your real name, Meet. It types it as MEET. Do we need to create a LinkedIn account to get those jobs or just CV to apply? I promise you, Meet, you need both your CV and your LinkedIn. Please create LinkedIn. I got 2 jobs from LinkedIn. I only took one. The other one, I actually got more than 2. on LinkedIn, but I only ever took one. I took one because it came at the time that, okay, yeah, I think I need the job. I think I need it. The other ones would always come when I'm not looking. Jobs come on LinkedIn, a lot of it. So Meet, I don't know your real name. This thing is showing it as MEET, right? Please create an account on LinkedIn. In fact, once you even start the internship program at Amdari, you have no choice. We're going to create an account for you because recruiters will check you out on LinkedIn. Like, they will look you up. That's a guarantee. They will look you up. So I advise you create an account. So yes, please. In addition to your CV, you need LinkedIn. Then Kingsley says, for cybersecurity, do you support during the certification exam? 1000%, Kingsley, 1000%. Your team lead, that's the line manager you're working with, is there. Like, they would work with you. I said, we are committed to working with you guys. That is not a fluff, honestly. Or can someone get entry-level job without certification? Now, that other question, yes, you can still get entry-level job without certification, but do we support you during your certification exams? 1000%, we do that. Itayo says, I have background knowledge and applied for jobs, but I get unfortunately message. Yes, because background knowledge is not what gets the job, Itayo. Just like we've discussed on the call, what they need is you actually showing them that, oh, I can do the job. I have done it before. That is what they want to see. That's what they want to hear, right? So background knowledge is like saying, I'm getting started. I am new to this. I have gained the basic knowledge. I understand the concept, right? That's what background knowledge means. But being able to do the job. Sorry, I thought I already moved to the other side of my screen.
Do you
So
answer
yeah.
my sorry? Do you answer my question? Like I think
Okay.
you asked.
Yeah,
So,
Lord, please go on.
like I was actually the if LinkedIn is important to get those roles, or you can just have CV to apply for those jobs like manually.
Oh,
So
Law,
no
are
to
you
do.
the one that typed the question on LinkedIn
Yes, yes,
account?
yes, yes, yes.
Oh, it
I'm not
now
a
showed you as Meet. Okay. All right. So yes, I've answered your question. Did you say I have?
yeah. I did not hear you well.
Oh, okay. Let me take that again. So yes, what I said was that
Yes.
you need to create an account on LinkedIn. It's very
Okay.
important. Yeah, because opportunities are there also, honestly. Like, it's not every time you get a job via job boards. Sometimes it's somebody sending you a DM because they've been seeing your post or they see just one post. And that post might not even have a lot of likes, right? So it's not about the likes, it's not about the clicks, it's about just passing the message that you want to show you as a practitioner. So post like a practitioner, not, oh, I'm just learning, I'm trying to fit. No, don't do that, right? And as long as you do that, it's easy. We had something 2 weeks ago, recruiter challenge with our interns, and I promise you, somebody got a job from there. She never posted, according to her, this is her story, not mine. Okay, she never posted on LinkedIn before. She said she posted during this recruiter challenge. She wasn't even consistent. She posted 3 times, and just that 3 times that she posted, she was able to get a DM that led to a job. But that job that she got, she did not take it because it was on site. It wasn't remote, so she didn't take the job. LinkedIn works like magic. Just show up on LinkedIn.
Because
Okay.
I actually have the account, but I've not like structured it to like I've put in a lot of information or skill or everything. Because I don't have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get
I
that.
just
Yeah.
create it.
Just you can create the sorry, you can log back into the account and just dust all the cobwebs. Just
Yes,
dust off all the cobwebs so
exactly.
that you can go back. Yeah. All right. Well, amazing. Great to have you guys secure your spot. So I see a couple of people enrolling already. So just like I said earlier, guys, please ensure you are filling the attendance form as you enroll. Please ensure you're filling the attendance form as you enroll. So let me quickly come here. Okay, just a minute. Let me see if I'm missing any message. I have background knowledge and okay, I've responded to Itayo. Okay, I've responded to James. I have background knowledge. Okay, I've responded to you, Itayo. Kindly share the details of the token. Okay, Itayo, it's AMD GFT1. AMD GFT1. Give me thumbs up if you got that, Itayo. AMD GFT1. Awesome. Okay, Olabisi, I see you. I'm coming. Okay, thank you, James. I see your email. Wale says, do you have compliance training and internship? So we don't do training at Amdari, but we have governance, risk, and compliance as an internship program. So you would, but then I said something earlier that we have crash courses. Let me show you. So we have crash courses. So if you come to learn, so you would, in case you want to take those trainings, Wale, you can do that from this crash course page. Now, these are some courses that we cover. If you click on GRC right here, okay, you click on GRC, you'll be redirected here. Now, right here, you'd see Introduction to Cybersecurity, Access Control and Cybersecurity Principles, Cyber Threat and Intelligence Foundation, literally everything, cybersecurity risk management and assessment, cybersecurity governance and compliance foundations, pretty much. And you can see it's a lot of courses for GRC. So this exists here for anybody for free, for anybody who just wants to take a course, who just wants to learn, like, oh, let me just, refresh my memory. I took my course a while back. I want to refresh. You can do that, right? But for those that are like, oh, okay, I mean, I'm fine, I'm good, and all that, you don't need to bother yourself about, sorry, did I close I'm trying to open up a tab, guys. Sorry. Yes. So as I was saying, right? So these are the crash courses that you can easily take on the platform. Okay. So I hope that answers your question. So let me see if I have another comment in the chat. Olabisi, you raised your hand earlier. Do you want to say
Yes, I
something?
did. I wanted to. I'm on the website. I'm trying
Okay.
to get on how to navigate the internship, and I can see dashboard. Okay, I've seen the
Okay.
internship program. I was
Okay. At
really
the top, right?
struggling.
Oh,
I was
okay.
struggling to get on how to navigate it. That's why I had to raise my hands up.
Okay. Yes. So let me just. So are you good now, or should I just show you?
Please show me, please. It'd be nice.
Okay. Let me show you. So here. So I mentioned that the main website is amdari.io, which you saw this, right? You saw this page.
Yes, I did. I did see that.
So
I
you
saw
now
that.
click on this third one that says internship. Yeah, you now click on this one that says internship program. Have you clicked?
I'm going back to it. I've actually opened to a dashboard, signed in. It's showing me dashboard overview. That's where I am now.
Okay. So have you enrolled? Because I don't think you have yet.
I don't know.
Yes.
That's the problem.
Okay. Yeah, you haven't, because I'm looking at the dashboard. You haven't. So you need to come to this page. So go back to the main Amdari website. Just go to the page where you can see this that is on my screen. That's amdari.io.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going back.
Once you can see this, let me know. Yeah. Can you see this?
It's still loading. It's just coming up. Yes.
Okay.
So I've seen this. On yes. That's
All right.
where I
So
am now.
click on this one. Let me circle it so that you see. Click on this internship program. This one.
Okay, let
Have
me
you
move
clicked?
about yes, I've clicked now. Yes.
Okay. So you can see this, right?
Yes, I can see this. Yes.
Okay. So
and
which program do you want?
I want to do the governance risk, and because I have a background in law and I have done
Yeah,
data protection.
Awesome. So you click on this, apply here, this button.
I've done that.
So yeah, then you come here and you click on apply now. This one, this button here, this one.
Okay, I've done that. Thank you.
So yeah, so it's just follow the step from here, and this is the code again, and this is where you input the code. Don't forget here where you see welcome 30.
Okay,
here.
So that's where I
where
put
you
the
see
new
yeah,
code.
just cancel it out. Yes.
Okay.
And type AMD
Yes.
GF1. So just
Awesome.
type it. So once
Thank
you
you.
do this, then you now click on apply. Don't forget to click this apply so that it reduces this for you. So yes, so
Okay.
you must it's applied like this. Can you see that it has reduced?
Yes, it's 43.75% now. That's what
Okay,
it says.
awesome. Yeah, so you would even see it from here. Full payment is now 450 and 3 installments is now 350, the 550. So you can now select if you want to
Yes,
do full
yes,
payment.
yes. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Thank you
So if you
so
want to do,
much.
and don't forget to select August if you're starting in August at the top.
Okay.
So once
Okay.
you've done that, just click on proceed and
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much for taking me through it.
Thank you
Appreciate
so much, obviously. Yeah, thank you. And yes, I hope this demo helps everyone else, Atayo and everyone else. So let me see if I have any further messages in the chat. Okay, so Wale's question was the last question I got. So guys, are we good? Can I see thumbs up if we're good, or do you guys have any question for me? And in the email that will be going out, guys, thank you, Wale. Okay, awesome. So in the email that will be going out, you guys would also receive a link to book clarity in case you still want to speak to me, right? In case you didn't get to ask your question here, you can even respond to my email, guys. I can just say, oh, share your number, I'll just call you, right? You can respond to my email. Hi, Shegun, do you want to say something?
No, that's fine. Since you are sending the email, that's good. I don't need any
Yes,
question.
yes, I'll send the email.
I'll
Yeah.
do that.
You fill the
Thank
form,
you.
right?
No, I've not. I joined a bit late, but
Oh, okay. Because I would
yeah.
like you to also watch the session recording. But yes, you'd receive an email from me. So since you joined us late, did you
Yeah.
join from the community? You got
No,
the
I think
message.
I joined around 9 p.m. So
Oh, that was
yeah.
late. That was actually late.
So
Yeah,
I will catch up on
on
from
the
my email.
recording.
Yeah.
Yes. So did you join from email or you joined from WhatsApp community?
No, I joined from the Google Meet.
Oh, no, I mean how you got the message to join the
No,
session.
I'm in the community.
Okay, so
I'm
we're
in the
going to
community.
drop the link in the community for you to fill attendance form. But please, can
Okay.
you just type your email so that I don't lose that?
No, I've
Just
sent
drop
it
your.
on the I've sent it on the chat group. I've
Oh,
sent my
beautiful,
email. It's
beautiful.
there.
All right,
Talk to
thank you very much.
Cedric. Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so much.
much, guys.
Thank you
It's
very
been
much.
a pleasure speaking to everybody. Like I said, in case you have questions you would like to ask during the week, I'm available 1 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. My colleagues are available 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. So if it's like, oh, it's a mommy I want to speak to, pick 1 p.m. If you pick 6 p.m., you'll be speaking to Ifemena, the other co-founder. He's going to answer your questions as much as I would. If you pick 8 p.m., you'll be speaking to Azizat, my other colleague. She's also on this call. She's going to answer the question as much as I would as well. So, but if you're like, okay, it's a mommy I want to speak to, then you can pick 1 p.m. But if 1 p.m. does not suit your schedule, please feel free, pick 6 p.m. or pick 8 p.m. You're still in good hands, I promise you. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate you spending time with us on the call today, and we look forward to having you join Amdari so we can work together. Have a wonderful weekend and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys. Thank you so much, Shegun. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Umi.